This didn't age well. Unsubscribed. Ethereum did not fall. Ethereum went up. That's the kind of comments I get for this video. Get out of Ethereum, published 3 days ago. Right? Look at this one. Sell my ETH now. Unsubscribe. This didn't age well. Threading FUD. People have no idea. Disagree with you on this one. FUD alert. This did not age well. So wrong. Now here is why it's so important to understand how relative valuations work, how dominance works. It's so important to understand opportunity cost, to understand outperformance, to understand shifts within the market. Where is the capital flowing within the market? In this video, I not once had a chart that related to the US dollar valuation of Ethereum. We had the Ethereum dominance, we had the relative valuation to Bitcoin, ETH divided by BTC, and we even had a slight variation of the Ethereum dominance that excluded stablecoins. Why is this so important? It's important because it's very hard to time those macro cycles. There are ways, there are backtested moving averages, for example, that are used for Bitcoin. But when you talk, for example, about an altcoin, you have to measure it versus Bitcoin. When you talk about the Ethereum performance, you also have to measure this versus Bitcoin. If everybody is FOMOing into the market, or if everybody is panicking, then of course all the cryptocurrencies go up or go down. But what matters is, how are the movements relatively speaking developing? Because that's in the end where the real edge is. How is Ethereum relative to Bitcoin doing? It's going down. How is Ethereum dominance doing? It also trends downwards. Now you might argue, okay, in the end I invest dollars and I want to get more dollars out. So what do I really care about relative performance? As long as Ethereum increases in price, I'm happy I invested in ETH. But that's not an easy way to generate alpha. Outperformance is generated by allocating your capital to the right asset at the right time, to ride those relative valuation waves. So you have to get one step further to just buying ETH or just buying Bitcoin. When I talk about Ethereum underperforming Bitcoin, I'm not saying Ethereum goes down in US dollars. I'm saying that when, for example, you go to a platform such as Aave and you deposit wrapped Bitcoin and you borrow against this Ethereum, and then you swap that Ethereum again back to wrapped Bitcoin to deposit this. When your loan is denominated in ETH and your assets are denominated in wrapped Bitcoin, then you gain whenever the relative valuation of Ethereum declines versus Bitcoin. So the US dollar valuation doesn't matter at all. Your loan is in ETH, you swap that borrowed ETH into Bitcoin, you wait for the ETH to decline relative to Bitcoin, and then you swap back parts of that Bitcoin back to ETH in order to pay back that loan. The Bitcoin that you didn't have to swap, that's your pure profit. That's how you play those relative valuations. You have to set up relative shorts. And those are easier to anticipate. It's harder to anticipate if there will be the next big asset manager that jumps into an ETF application that creates the next wave. It's hard to say what the news will be tomorrow, but it's easier to say where currently the interest is, where currently the risk is, that there is still regulatory risk behind Ethereum, that the SEC still didn't come out with an official statement whether or not Ethereum is a security or not. And so this makes it easier to do statements around relative valuation than to make statements around US dollar valuations. But we don't need to make statements around the US dollar valuation. We simply just need to know how does it perform relatively speaking. And relatively speaking, Ethereum continues to do poorly. Get out of Ethereum, get that money into Bitcoin. And if you want to make money with that relative underperformance, take a loan in ETH, swap it into Bitcoin, use platforms such as Aave, for example. We discuss strategies like this regularly in Telegram, so feel free to join us there. Simply search for Bitcoin Strategy channel within the Telegram app. There's also a link down below. Thanks for watching and see you on Telegram. Bye bye.